you want to do this year is that, and one of the things you want to do this year is that you want to make sure you do not get the same results you got last year. And if you must get a different result this year, then you must be willing to do things differently. And among the things you want to do differently is that you want to have a clear-cut goals of the things you intend to achieve for the year. So this is not, there's no other better time in a year other than now to teach people the practical step you need to take if you must set and achieve your goal. And I think on Monday, Tuesday, and yesterday, Dr. Afolabi have done tremendously well. All right, it gave us, talking about setting and achieving our goal, the 5 key points you must consider. All right, and he started by letting us know that you must know what you want. All right, you must have a clear-cut vision of what you want. What is it you want to achieve this year? All right, this is the foundation upon which your goal set will be built on. You need to have a clear goal of what you want, and it takes a decision. You must decide upon what you want. All right, you must decide on what you want. Understand that it takes a decision to correct another decision. I mean, the second thing he told us was that you must write down your goals. You must be willing to what? Write down your goals. Ladies and gentlemen, those were powerful nuggets he shared with us, step by step. Identify the activity that will help you achieve those goals. All right, and he told us, break those goals into smaller goals, understanding that there's a long-term goal and there is a short-term goal. Ladies and gentlemen, if for any reason you miss out on any of those teachings, I want to encourage you this morning, please get back to the YouTube link. Make sure you go over them again. I mean, these are just like 20, 25 minutes of your time, and you digest those nuggets. All right, and when you get to those YouTube, learn to like the videos, learn to share so that others can benefit. And even if you have heard before, it's also important you go back to our YouTube channel and listen to this thing over. The Bible says faith cometh by hearing and hearing and hearing of the word. So ladies and gentlemen, it's been an amazing time this week teaching us about the practical step we need to take if you must achieve your goals, if you must be able to set your goals. So it's one thing to set your goals, is another thing to be able to achieve those goals you have set. And all of the nuggets, all of the principles, as it were, that we need has been spelled out. So, and of course, very important to note that our anchor scripture for this teaching is in the book of Habakkuk 2, verse 2. Write down your vision, made it plain upon the slate, so that they that read it, what's wrong with it. It's important you write down your goals. I mean, all of these are being shared already. So guys, like I said, if peradventure you were not in those classes, get back to the YouTube channels, our YouTube link, right, and then follow up and then get this information because they are very powerful. So ladies and gentlemen, this morning, I will be building up on that, all right? So for me, the class this morning is, I want to reiterate the importance of goal setting. So I tag mine, the why factor in goal setting. Why must you set up goals? What are the importance of setting goals? Some person will say, oh, I already know what I want to achieve. Everything is in my head. No, it's a principle. Write it down. Why are we so emphatic about this? Why are we really stressing on this goal setting? What do I stand to benefit in setting goals? So the why factor in goal setting is one of the things I will be sharing with all this morning. I'll be giving us some insight as to why it's necessary that if you must achieve something new this year, you must be willing to set your goals. You must be willing to go through the process of setting goals. You must be willing to go through the process of doing the nitty-gritty that you have to do in order to achieve your goals. You must be willing to follow through every day. All right? And so one of the fundamental reasons, the why of setting goals is this. Your goals gives you a clear sense of direction. You need to take that down. Your goals, setting goals, gives you a clear sense of direction. You know where you're going. You understand that, look, I'm not just waking up every day to start guessing what I'm supposed to do for the day. If you have set your goals right, every day, every time, every hour of the day is what allotted to activity that needs to be done in order for you to achieve your goal at the end of the day. So it gives you a clear sense of direction. It's like your navigator for the year. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said when I started, that if you want to get a different result this year than what you got last year, you must be willing to do things differently. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So if peradventure you are not able to meet up with your goals or intentions for last year, this is another new chapter. You give it another new slate. But this time around, you got to be very intentional about it. So your setting goals gives you a clear direction, set of direction. You understand, this is what I'm going to do part-time. These are the things I want to achieve this week. Are the things I want to achieve for them all. But if you don't have those things written out, like what we said, when goal is not set, if you don't set your goal, if you don't know where you're going, everywhere else will look like it. So it's important you know that one of the things you stand to get in setting goals, which is the why, all right, the benefit, as it were, is that it gives you a clear sense of direction. For some of us, my first 90 days of the year is fully booked up. I know where, all right, I'm going to be part-time, per day, per month. I know the things I should have achieved. Why? Because I have penned them down. So I am living every day understanding what I'm meant to do for the day. When I'm going to have my event, when I'm going to be on air for the radio program, all the things I intend to do, my trainings. So I have been able to do what? Itemize them down so that as I'm waking up, all right, before I woke up this morning, I already know, okay, then you're going to be on this slide this morning between the hour of 9 to 9:30. You should be through. After work, you intend to do this. These are the person I want to have meeting with. I've done what? I've articulated them down. So it makes life easy. So you must understand that setting goals gives you what? A clear sense of what? Direction. Guys, if you want to have a clear sense of direction, if you want to work with purpose this year, then you must be willing to set goals. Now, the second way you must set your goal is that when you set your goals, it helps you to see the bigger picture. It helps you to do what? To see the bigger picture. The Bible says, if a man want to build a house, will you not first sit down and count its cost? You already sit down and say, okay, these are the things I want to achieve this year. I want to be able to improve myself in this area. I want to be able to improve my business. I want to be able to scale up my business. So what are the things I need to do? So while you're sitting down thinking and setting your goals, you're seeing the bigger picture. You're seeing those things that could pose as limitation. You're seeing the thing that, okay, if I'm able to do this and do this, I should be able to achieve this. So if you sit down and write out your goals, set it out clearly, it helps you to see the bigger picture. It helps you to understand, these are the things I'm going to be doing. These are the possible challenges I might be facing. So you can deal with them, as it were, all right, from the very onset. So it's important you set your goals, ladies and gentlemen. Don't just attend this class for the sake of attending. Oh, I just want to be on the class so that they will say I'm there. If you can, but you must understand why you're here. And one of the reasons why you're here, we are here to help every one of us do what? Live a better life. Now, for me, the slogan has always been, seeing a better version of you, seeing a better version of me. All right? If there's anybody you can compare yourself with, it should be you. So I don't want my yesterday me to be better than my today me. So I must keep working on myself. I must keep improving myself, as it were, in my career, in my relationship with God, in my business, in my academics, in whatever areas you want to find yourself doing. So you must understand that one of the things that will make you live a purposeful and intentional life is you must set your goals. It helps you see the bigger picture, ladies and gentlemen. So one of the why, it will help you to do what? See the bigger picture, as it were. Now the third why you must set a goal is that it provides you what? Motivation. It provides you that sense of motivation. You see, by nature, I put it this way, by nature, consciously setting goals gives you something to aspire to. If you consciously set your goals, you're waking up every day motivated, inspired. Why? Because you know what you have to achieve for the day. Unlike someone who hasn't set his goal, unlike someone who probably doesn't even know what he wants to achieve for the year, unlike somebody who's still thinking, what should I do? I mean, just like a child, let me illustrate to us. Imagine a child, or probably a youth, or a teenage, as it were, who is thinking, oh, should I be a doctor? Should I be a lawyer? And he or she is there to decide. Of course, when you wake up and you have to make studies, what are you studying about? Are you studying medicine or science-related subjects, or you want to go into law? But when the decision is made, okay, I want to become a doctor, you already have a clear-cut direction. So I'm going to do what? Go to school. And these are the subjects I need to improve myself on, because they are the things that will help me to achieve my becoming a lawyer, as it were. I understand that after my studies in university, I need to go to a law school. I need to work hard. Now, because the goals are there, the motivation towards doing the necessary things will be there. So goal setting, goal writing down your goals, it provides you with what? The motivation you need to achieving them. But when you don't write them down and just set to yourself, oh, it's just up in my head. Even if your head has the chips of the best computer in the world, it's still important for you to do what? To write down your goals. Write down the process. Go back to the videos that Dr. Afolabi have taught us. Walk through the process, the step by step, the things you need to do, the things you need to know that will help you achieving those goals. But this morning, like I said, it will help you. The why, it will provide motivation for you. Now, the fourth point this morning is this: if you write down your goals, if you deliberately and intentionally set your goals, right, one of the benefits you will get is that it gives you a greater control of your future. Ladies and gentlemen, if you decide to write down your goals, one of the why you must write down your goal is that it's going to give you a greater control of the future. You know what you're walking into. You know where you're going. You know exactly what you want. You know how to achieve them. Because why? You have sat down, you've written them out. And you're living your life intentionally about achieving those things. Ladies and gentlemen, it's important. This is your why. These are the benefits you get if you decide to write your goals out. So we are emphasizing on this because we know that we want you to live the best of life this year. It shouldn't be a case of, oh, I was able to achieve more last year. No, that shouldn't be your story. It should be a story that, oh, yes, last year I couldn't do more, but this year I've seen myself doing more. I've seen myself achieving more because I'm still going to achieve much more the coming years ahead. So it gives you a greater control of the future. You already know. You are not dilly-dallying. This is not, okay, let me just try and see if it's going to work for me. Okay, let me just try that and see if it's going to work for me. No. You set your goals in your relationship, in your marriage, in your relationship with your children, in your place of work, in your career, whatever field you find yourself, whatever it is you want to achieve in life, if you can intentionally sit down and set your goals, understand your why. Why am I doing this? Why do I want to become this? And you work towards achieving them, guess what, guys? It gives you a greater control of your future. Now, the fifth point is this. If you set your goals, one of the benefits you're going to get is this. It will help to align your focus and promote a sense of self-mastery. Let me repeat that again. If you set your goals, it will help to align your focus and promote a sense of self-mastery. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to lose focus this year. If there is one thing you truly want to do this year, starting from the very beginning of the year, is to stay focused. Focus is follow one course until you succeed. Your hand is on the plow. You can't look back. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you set your goals, it's like you put your hand on the plow. I must be able to accomplish this with the help of God. And of course, we all know that in you achieving your goal, you must be able to put God at the center of everything you do. That you should know. Whatever religion you belong to, whatever religion you belong to, I'm a Christian, I'm so proud of that. And I understand that if I must achieve anything, having laid down my goal, having written them down, having trying to say, okay, this is what I'm going to do, I must bring God into the center of it. And then you must stay focused. Follow through to it, ladies and gentlemen. You must be willing. You must be determined to follow through. If this is truly what you want to achieve for the year, write them out. Follow through. Take the principles. Add up what you need to do. See, I've listened to these classes. I've gone through these lectures. I mean, they are very impactful. All you need to do is align them to your area of interest. What is it you truly want to achieve? Is it in your relationship? What is the number one thing, all right, that you stand out for you this year? Now, let me ask you this. If you have a supernatural power to achieve one thing this year, let's say there is something that, okay, you have God, just Holy Spirit just come to you now and say, look, what do you want for the year? What will that be? Guess what, guys? If you're willing to set a goal around that and work towards it and work consciously, intentionally, tenaciously about it, trust me when I say this, you will definitely achieve it. Let me wrap up the class with this story. Let me just wrap up the slide with this story. I just didn't need to share with us. All right, the story was said some time ago about a guy who went to a soothsayer, to inquire about his future. All right, he just wanted to know what his future holds for him. I mean, he just said, okay, I don't know what will hold for me. So he decided to visit the soothsayer and then to ask about his future. Now, the story has it that the soothsayer, all right, decided to get some substance. All right, he got a black substance and put it on the left side, and he got some white substance and put it on the right side. And then he picked up a millipede and put it at the center of the black substance was on the left, the white substance was on the right. And he said to the guy, if this millipede tilts toward the black substance, it means your future is not going to work. I mean, nothing's going to work for you. Your future is black, it's blink. I mean, things are just not going to work for you. But if this millipede tilts toward the white substance, it means your future is bright. I mean, you're going to get things working out for you. Okay, so are you with me? And the guy said yes. So the soothsayer dropped the millipede in the middle, and both of them were watching the millipede. At initial point, the millipede was just dangling around the middle, and guess what? The millipede started tilting towards the black substance. Then suddenly the guy picked up the millipede by his hand and dropped it in the white substance. And then the soothsayer asked him, why will you do that? The guy said to the soothsayer, why will I sit right in front of me? I see my future going black. All right. So what's the moral of the story? The moral of the story is this. Why will you sit this year and see yourself not achieving the things you want to achieve right before your very front? He said, right before my very front, I can't be here and see my future going black, as it were. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to encourage you this year. You can be the best of who you want to be. You can achieve the most of what you want to achieve. All you have to do is follow through the steps. All you have to do is the willingness to apply the principles and not just saying it, not just writing it, but the tenacity, the willingness to add the work to it and be very, very intentional. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, you will see yourself becoming the best version of who you are. I just hope somebody have learned something this morning as I hand over to Dr. Afolabi. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for giving me the opportunity to share. Thank you so much. Dr. Afolabi, are you there? Over to you, sir.
I'm here. I go nowhere. I'm here. I go nowhere. Guys, part of the things that we told you that you need to be intentional about your growth, you need to be intentional about your success, is to also be intentional about where you are at the moment or part time. When we say that you don't want to miss today's class, I believe that those folks hearing and watching right now have got big value. And the truth is that it's only value that can make the difference in the kind of result you want to achieve in 2023 and the one that you have seen in the past year. If you have not got value today, that means you have not been paying attention. Even if you pretend that you don't want to pay attention, but listening to these, the why factors in goal setting, those 5 why factors by Coach Dan this morning should change everything for you. The first, he said, your goals gives you a clear sense of direction. Of course, if you don't know where you're going, everywhere will look like it. The second, he said, it helps you to see a bigger picture of your life. You see, there is so many things that he has elaborated more on. The third, he said, provide you the sense of motivation, while the fourth is gives you control of your future And the fifth, I love that a lot. He said, helps to align your focus and promote a sense of self-mastery. Guys, if you don't get that captured, we will also provide a video. Thank God we have it live stream right now. The Facebook fans have got value for this. And we're also going to make it the YouTube recording, and whereby we're going to also share it on all our social media handles. You can still catch a glimpse of that. But right now, we are on course to the right places. Guys, Coach Dan, amazing, good teaching. Thank you so much for this morning. That is why the folks here can't wait to see and get more of this from you. And by the way, you look good in that attire anyway. You're looking good. That's very awesome. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for this amazing nugget. Guys, I mean, it's been a beautiful morning. It's been an amazing morning. We've got value. I have my notes filled up, and we are not playing here. You see that? We're not playing here. You need to capture everything. Capture what you want. Be intentional about your success. Be intentional about what happened to you, knowing that nothing happened by accident. Success is never by accident. It is an intentional thing. You must be intentional about the things you do, where you are, what you listen to, the kind of association you keep, the kind of people that you are roaming with. All right, is very, very important. So, Coach Dan, thank you so much. That's a big time one. I hope you can close the class for us.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Afolabi, for that. And like I've always said, I mean, don't just be a listener. Be what? Always go back there. And learn to share the videos, as it were. You never can know whose life you're going to impact. You know, all right? So like we always say, share this to friends, share to colleagues, share to cousins, share to siblings, as it were. Let them also benefit from this value that you are in. Like we've always said, don't just go about today counting it. All right, go out there today. Of course, we all know today is the 19th and day of the year, as a Thursday. Don't just count the day, but like we always said, yeah, on this
always
program,
make the day count. Make it count, guys.
Thank you so much, guys.
Fantastic.
See you on the winning side of life. See you on the top. Thank you so much, Dr. Afolabi.
See you on the winning corner. God bless. God bless. God bless. God bless. Let's do it. Let's go.